Hello and welcome to another video from me, Rough Swordsman Wargamer. It's an open the box and it's an unboxing of another game in a series that has really caught my interest. It is Cataphract. From Richard Berg and Mark Herman and published by GMT Games. And this is volume 8 in the Great Battles of History. This is the second printing and includes some extra battles, I believe, and still includes this campaign game, Justinian. So let's have a look at this. Cataphract is defined as a heavily armoured cavalryman modelled either on the Sarmatians or the Persians. He was the ultimate mounted armoured warrior of the ancient world, trained in both shock and missile combat. Cataphract portrays the development of the art of war wrought by the early Byzantine Empire during the reign of the Emperor Justinian under his great generals Belisarius and Narses. During this period, the Byzantine Empire, also known as the Eastern Roman Empire, for a brief period of time, recaptured a large portion of what was formerly the Western Roman Empire. Although successful in its attempt to reconquer Italy and North Africa, the Byzantine Empire's resources were insufficient to hold on to its gains. Cataphract covers all the major battles that defined this era. To place these battles in their proper historical context, the campaign game Justinian is enclosed, which covers the quest to reconquer the Roman Empire under one ruler. Thus, Cataphract contains the decisive battles of the era, a campaign game, plus the battles from the Attila module, Utus River, 447 AD, and the Catalanian Fields, 451 AD. Complexity is medium, and solitaire suitability is high. Here's some of the counters, which are familiar to people who have the Great Battles of History games. So, as I said, designed by Richard Berg and Mark Herman. Game developer Alan J. Ray, art director Roger B. McGowan, producers, usual crew, game counters, art and layout, Roger B. McGowan and Michael Lemick, game map art, Mark Simonich, and the package art design, again, Roger B. McGowan. Okay. Let's get the shrink wrap off. The shrink wrap is off, so let's open the box. It's a 2-inch box. It's one of those sturdy ones that GMT now use. And, Justinian rulebook. Let's have a look at that first. Just zoom in a bit. There we go. This is for the campaign game, and these rules come in at 16 pages. So, full colour and sort of matte finish. So this is covering the reconquest of the Roman Empire by Justinian I, Emperor of Eastern Rome. The game may be played by 2 players or solitaire. The Byzantine player wins by controlling all the prefectures on the map. Okay, so we've got components, the map, special counters, general course of play, sequence of play, leaders and armies, Byzantine finances and manpower, activation, movement, naval movement, combat, random events, and winning the game. Some sources there, and actually designed by Richard Berg and developed by Alan J. Ray. Okay, and an index. Right, let's now have a look at the rulebook. Comes in at 31 pages, full colour, introduction, game components, the maps and playing pieces, charts, tables and terminology, combat units and terms, sequence of play, leaders. This will be familiar to people already playing the Great Battles of History series, although this will have its own little idiosyncrasies. Leader activation and orders, movement, feigned retreat, facing and Zox, shock requirement, missile combat, reaction fire, shock combat, extended shock combat example, there we are, and the effects of combat. Some special rules here: dismounted cavalry, army discipline, uncontrolled advance, rate of fire, swords, and, oh, good grief, gyroballistra. Some sort of artillery, is it? Yeah, looks like it. Roman shield wall, army withdrawal and victory. And then, nice little rules index there. And a sequence of play on the back. Here's the scenario book. 27 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Battles in this one. Battle of the Utus River. The Catalonian fields. Dara. Callinicum. And Tricameron. Tegine, hope that's right. And Casilinum, or Casilinum. Sena Gallica. Yes, this is the naval battle included in this game. Unfortunately, the counters are included, but not the rules. However, I believe you can download those from the GMT website. Is it War Galley? I think the game is. If not, I'll put a little thing on the video, but I'm pretty sure you can download the rules and give that one a go. And then we've got simple GBH rules. All of these, I think, most of these have got the simple GBOH rules, if you have those, so you can use them with these battles. There we are. Yeah. So there we go. That's the scenario book. Now we have the counters. Here's the counters for the Justinian campaign game. And as this is the second printing, we've now got the brown core thicker counters. So there we are. And I've got to be careful, these are popping out. There we are. First sheet of the game itself, with our leaders and the colour-coded different adversaries. As always, nice looking counters. There we are. Counter sheet 2 is mainly admin counters. But here are the ships for that naval battle. And some more units down there. There we go. And lastly, a half sheet of some more units. Visigoths there. And now it's the player aids. 2 of this. Let me just come back a bit. There we are. 2 copies of this. Player aid card 1. It's a bifold. So we've got movement costs, stacking chart, missile range and results chart, feigned retreat summary, feigned retreat reaction ratings, and the Clash of Spears shock superiority charts up on the other side. Cohesion hits, troop quality check, die roll of doom. There we go. 2 copies of player aid number 2. Leadership checks, army discipline chart, line composition chart. Summary of orders and line commands. Command summary chart. There we go. Single-sided game turn track and route tracks for the different types of unit. And a player aid card for the Justinian game with the sequence of play, minor power Persian removal, activation phase summary. Ooh. Explanation of events. Byzantine army movement restrictions and placement, interception chart, prefecture income and control chart, army size limits. Looks quite good. Land battle sequence. And the DRMs here, differentials and naval battle sequence. Right. Then there's the maps, which we'll have a look at in a moment. And just to finish off, the usual insert with your bag of baggies and a D10. Right, let's have a look at the maps. First one is the map for the Justinian campaign game. So it looks like area control. Up here we've got movement costs, battle result table, battle table modifier, movement allowance, barbarian activation table, random events and revolt table, some holding boxes I would presume, Byzantine army SP and treasury with some strength differentials and barbarian allegiance tables there. Right over in the corner there we got the Byzantine expenditures table, and right down here in the corner we've got a little key for the prefectures. And down the bottom here, turn record track and the AM track. No, don't have an idea what that is, but looks good. That's the Justinian campaign map. On the other side, we've got the Battle of the Utus River. Not much going on there. Nice plain map, so it doesn't impede your movement. The next map sheet has 2 half maps on it. Battle of Dara and the Battle of Tajine, or Tajine. Be careful, the paper on these maps is quite thin, so when you're unfolding them, be a bit careful. On the other side of the second map, we've got 2 more smaller maps. Calanicum and Tricameron. These little maps look a bit more busier. Map 3, 2 more smaller maps. The Battle of Casilinum. Nice hill up there and some woods. And here is the naval battle, Sina Gallica. And on the back of the last map, the Catalonian fields. Nice looking map with a river and some elevation on here, but I suspect most of it will carry on in the middle. That's the maps. And there we go. So this has been an Open the Box, an unboxing of Cataphract. Great Battles of History, volume number 8. Containing the campaign game Justinian. Designed by Richard Berg and Mark Herman, and published, of course, by GMT Games. Well, I hope you found that helpful and you enjoyed it. If you did, and you haven't done so already, why not have a think about subscribing? Really does help the channel. Pushing the like button of the video, the old thumbs up, helps too. As does pushing the bell, which will tell you when I upload other content. And leave a comment. I've not played any of these great battles of history at the time of recording these videos. Let me know what you think. Do you like the system? Is it too complex? What's your favourite game in the series? All that sort of thing. I love to read them. And as always, a quick thank you to my subscribers for sticking with me. Thank you very much. And just before I go, if you want to support the channel a little bit further, well, now you can. You can buy the channel a coffee. Doesn't cost much. And all those coffees go towards new content for the channel to upload. If you want to have a look at that, I'll leave a link in the description, and thank you. So, until next time, as always, you take care and goodbye.